came with that comment because it was always looked down upon when we talked about tricking. But when he said it ain't tricking if you got it, that's when these niggas started this weird shit.
Boom, the world class.
You gotta understand though the culture that we're living now, bro. I call it, this is a backwards culture, bro. It's backwards. We're doing everything backwards. I remember when I was in middle school, and the shit that we used to listen, the rap like JC, Jada Kids, shit like that, right? That was like pimp rap to me, right?
Me, I'm a pimp. Bitch. I ain't paying for no sex. Man, I'd rather
like
buy a car or a new Rolex.
But now, let's fast forward 2022. Niggas is proud
going ones and not even getting lap dances.
Niggas be like, yo, I'm gonna buy you the new BMW, the 5 Series, and the condo, and the $500 and the $50,000 purse. I'm like, what?
But you
know where that come from, though, Poppy. You know where that come from. You know where that come from. It come from niggas that grew up with it started with niggas who grew up with single mamas watching them beg niggas for money and get broke off to do sexual favors. So when niggas see that they got a single mama that's gonna sit up and do stuff like that, they teaching the young boys that's what you have to do in order to get this type of attention from a woman. So really all these dudes that's doing all of this, man, tricking and shit is exposing that they were raised by single mothers. Because ain't no dad gonna tell you to do that. Your dad ain't gonna tell you to do that. He gonna tell you to go get the bitch.
The shit
my guy B Mike's 100%
Hold
right, bro. Because look, if everybody's familiar with NBA Jumboy, right?
Yeah.
Look at his mama always on the Instagram and shit like that, and she always talk about niggas broken her off and stuff like that. The same thing with that girl Young Miami. She talk about getting with young niggas and they gotta pay her to be with her. This is a 50-year-old lady.
Right.
So it's Big Mike. But you're assuming that these dads are that nigga too. That's one thing I had to come to grips with is back in the day, some of these dads was these niggas before these niggas existed. And so that's the part you gotta remember is some of these niggas are getting raised by their dad who was them back in the day. They existed back then too.
I'm 44. I'll say that's not something that was normal back in my day. Now I'm not saying that the prostitution game wasn't popping, but mainly that was due to drugs. Where we were from. But I would say that most men that were raised by men don't look at tricking as the way to go. Not saying they won't trick. Not saying you won't meet a chick that you won't trick off on, but as far as that being my only means of getting pussy, which is what a lot of these dudes come across as, is they have to go somewhere and finesse somebody and fool somebody to get some pussy.
So for me, I didn't know if that was a cultural thing because where I come from, that shit was always like we even looked at the niggas down south with the strip clubs like, what the fuck y'all doing? Like I ain't going no throwing my money like that was weird.
That's relatively new though. That's relatively new, bro. Back in the day, all right. Okay, so check this out. Y'all older than me, but I remember back in the day, girls would grind on dudes. Now to get that grind, you got to make it rain 51s on a bit. Like it's like
that's what they doing in the club.
Bro, dude, you would go to regular, bro. Hold on a second, time out. You go to regular ass clubs. Wow. And you see dudes throwing ones at regular, like nigga, this ain't even a street
bro,
club.
That's nuts.
In the strip club, he's not lying. It's a different generation.
I heard about that. I ain't seen him before myself.
But it did start with Lil Wayne with it ain't tricking if you got it.
Fella.
That's where it started with Lil Wayne when he said it ain't tricking if you got it, and all these little dumb niggas ran with that dumb shit.
Yeah, make it rain.
But these young single mother raised niggas.
But when they specifically came with that comment, because it was always looked down upon when we talked about tricking, but when he said it ain't tricking if you got it, that's when these niggas started this weird shit.
I blame T-Pain. I'm in love with a stripper. That's.
Let me put clarity.
It was a constant decline. It wasn't just one person.
My brain is not convenient.
The T-Pain thing was a lie too. He admitted to it. He admitted that he not only did he not like strippers,
he wouldn't even talk to one if he
What
even
you
if he
gonna
could.
ask me, world class? What you gonna ask me about dudes in regular clubs throwing ones in the air?
Listening to regular music that come on the
I
radio.
see that all the
throwing
time
money.
now.
That is nuts.
I'm talking about you can go, dude. They're doing it down in
Stop.
DR. They're doing
Y'all
it in
got-
DR.
Hey,
Y'all got
Doing
to
it in
stop.
DR. Go look up
Ain't no
DR.
way.
Dudes making it
World
rain.
class.
They're doing it in DR.
That's
I
happening
went
over
to,
here, bro.
my first time in Atlanta, I went to the strip club and I'm sitting on the stairs.
Oh,
And this broad just walks over to me and just starts dancing. I'm not even paying attention to the broad. And she's just like dancing like right off to my right. I'm like, whatever, not even paying her attention. After about 10 songs, the bitch turned around and me go, that'll be 100. I said, bitch, for what? I just sat here and danced for you, bitch. I don't know where you think I'm from, but nah, you got me fucked. Like my brother-in-law had to come over and get. I'm like, y'all got me fucked. I'm talking about no grinding on me, nothing. Just stood right next to me and danced.
Goofy ass shit.
I'm like, this shit crazy.
Yo, look, but here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. I've been going to strip clubs for this nigga since I was even old enough. I've been going to strip clubs since I was like 15 years old, bro. Right? And listen, I threw money in them bitch. I ain't gonna sit over here and make it seem like I'm guilty.
We all done it. We all done it.
Yeah, everybody's done it. It's just can't make a habit out of it.
I've only had a Sprite at the strip club. I swear to God.
I spent the same $5. I put the $5 in, put the $5 out. I put it in the front.
He said he spent the same $5.
Then I go home with a hokey pokey with a 20.
Then I go home with it.
brother-in-law's bachelor party. He gave me a dub to throw to her, and I slipped that shit straight in my pocket. I just don't do nothing for me. I wasn't raised on this shit. It's weird.
Let me tell you how the strip clubs work too. Before the rappers took it over. I used to go to these lockdowns that the Masons was throwing, but I go because they gave
good old days,
free hot wings, right? No, I travel for the hot wings. There's no denying, nigga. I travel for hot wings. So I go in the spot and they lock the doors behind. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lockdown. And I don't trick. Like, I'll give a girl a couple dollars. Like, if they having a lap dance special, I'll be like, shorty, sit on my lap and make me laugh. And I'll take it. I'm like, you ain't finna be naked and I'm fully clothed and you grinding on me. I can't touch you. I ain't gonna do that. But if you make me laugh, that'd be my entertainment. I give $5. Girls ain't funny though, so I always keep my money right. So,
if you make me laugh.
So the promoters see me in there, right? And you know, my name was my name, right? And I was a younger guy. So the promoters see me, they say, man, bro, you not tipping. I say, I'm also not asking for dances. So the promoters come out, put me on the dance floor, sent 3 girls with me, one pull beads out of booty. Shout out to the pearl booty girl. And the promoters was throwing money on the girls in order to entice other people. Like, yo, y'all need to tip the strip. Like, y'all looking at this nigga getting danced, even though they paying for it. Which is smart on their part because the girls got to check in at the end of the night. They're gonna get their money right back. So they tricking on behalf of me, and they trying to. I'm like, bro, if you want to pay for me, pay for a private room. Send me to a champagne room, but I'm not interested in this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I see the move, but now you got the rappers coming in, the Lil Waynes and the Neos and all that, and they tricking, and they coming with their girl and they spending 60. I don't understand how you spend 60 with your girl.
Well, here's the thing about the rappers. See, this is how you can tell, like, you know, with matriarchy, why it's always a bad idea. What people don't understand about business is those rappers aren't tricking. They're convincing your dumb ass to trick. When they throw all that money in the strip club, it's a tax write-off.
Yes.
Or they pay for them to be there.
I'll do you one better, though.
Hey,
here's the deal.
But why don't the niggas go throw money at a school? Why don't they go throw money at a college? You know,
then they'll be too.
I'll
answer that.
They're rappers. They're not leaders.
Because if they throw money at a school, then those people will be too smart to buy their albums to go to their concerts. That's never gonna happen.
That's why everybody laughed when the Migos went to their old high school and held $1,000 check, and the nigga had on $2,000 shoes. It just looked weird.
They would be fools to resist my divine power.
His death was a necessary loss. Soon I will have a new apprentice, one far younger and more powerful.
Remember, when a king is loved as I am, much can be accomplished.
We didn't do this because we like you. We did this because we are you.
Boom, the world class.